The Villisca Axe Murder House, a name that has become synonymous with terror and mystery. Even its name sends chills down your spine, evoking images of unspeakable horror and tragedy. It stands in the quiet town of Villisca, Iowa, a stark reminder of a horrific night in 1912. This small town, with its serene streets and friendly faces, hides a dark secret. The house is a two-story frame structure, its exterior painted a haunting shade of yellow. This seemingly ordinary home holds within its walls a story of unimaginable horror. It's almost as if the house itself is trying to warn you away, whispering tales of the dreadful events that unfolded within. Imagine that fateful night, June 9th, 1912. The air was still, the town asleep, unaware of the nightmare about to unfold. The Moore family, along with two young guests, slept peacefully inside. They had spent the evening at a church event, returning home with no inkling of the danger that awaited them. They had no idea that evil lurked just outside their door. A malevolent presence waiting for the right moment to strike. An intruder, his face hidden by the darkness, crept into the house. Silent and deadly, he moved with a chilling purpose. Armed with an axe, he moved from room to room, ending the lives of 8 innocent souls. The brutality of his actions left a permanent scar on the community. The victims, Josiah and Sarah Moore, their 4 children, and 2 young girls who had been invited for a sleepover. Their lives were cut short in a senseless act of violence. The brutality of the crime shocked the nation. Newspapers across the country reported on the gruesome details, and the town of Villisca was forever changed. The Villisca Axe murders remain unsolved. The killer's identity, a mystery lost to time. The motive, even more unclear. Over the years, numerous theories have surfaced, but none have held up under scrutiny. The lack of answers only adds to the chilling aura that surrounds the house. It stands as a testament to the darkness that can reside in the human heart. The crime scene remains largely untouched. Visitors can walk through the rooms where the murders took place, feeling a palpable sense of unease. Stepping inside the Villisca Axe murder house is like stepping back in time. The air is thick with a sense of dread. The furniture, the toys, the very walls seem to whisper tales of that terrible night. Visitors have reported feeling cold spots, hearing unexplained noises, and even seeing apparitions. Some say they can sense the presence of the children, their laughter echoing through the empty halls. Others claim to have encountered the menacing aura of the killer himself. Perhaps the most unsettling room in the house is the children's bedroom. This is where the 2 Moore daughters and their 2 young guests met their tragic end. The room is sparsely furnished with 2 small beds and a dresser. Many visitors claim to feel an overwhelming sense of sadness and fear in this room. Some have reported seeing the ghostly figures of children peering out the windows or hearing the soft murmur of their voices. Toys are said to move on their own as if unseen hands are at play. Over the years, numerous paranormal investigators have descended upon the Villisca Axe murder house. Armed with EMF detectors, EVP recorders and thermal cameras, they attempt to communicate with the spirits that are said to reside within its walls.
Some investigators claim to have captured compelling evidence of paranormal activity. EVP recordings reveal disembodied voices, whispering names and pleading for help. Photos and videos show unexplained figures and orbs of light.
While skeptics remain unconvinced, these findings only deepen the mystery and intrigue surrounding the house. The attic of the Villisca Axe murder house is a dark and cramped space, accessible only by a narrow staircase. It is said to be one of the most active areas in the house in terms of paranormal activity. Some believe the killer may have hidden in the attic before committing the murders. Others speculate that the spirits of the victims retreat there, seeking refuge from the horrors that unfolded below. Visitors have reported feeling an oppressive presence in the attic, as if they are being watched by unseen eyes. The stories told by those who have dared to spend the night at the Villisca axe murder house are enough to make even the most hardened skeptic uneasy. This infamous house, with its dark history and chilling atmosphere, has been the site of numerous paranormal experiences. Visitors often report feeling an overwhelming sense of dread as soon as they step inside, as if the very walls are whispering secrets of the past.
One visitor, a young woman named Sarah, described feeling a cold hand on her shoulder as she slept. She had been warned about the house's eerie reputation, but didn't expect to experience anything herself. The sensation was so real that it jolted her awake, her heart pounding in her chest. When she turned to see who was there, she found herself staring into the lifeless eyes of a young girl. The apparition was so vivid that Sarah could see the details of the girl's old-fashioned dress and the sadness in her eyes. It was an encounter that left her shaken to the core.
Another visitor, a man named John, claimed to have been awakened in the middle of the night by the sound of children laughing. The laughter was eerie and seemed to echo through the halls, growing louder and more unsettling with each passing second. When he went to investigate, he found himself face to face with a shadowy figure that vanished into thin air. The figure seemed to be watching him, its presence both menacing and sorrowful. John later described the experience as one of the most terrifying moments of his life, leaving him with a deep sense of unease that lingered long after he left the house.
The Villisca axe murder house stands as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk in the shadows. This house, with its weathered facade and eerie silence, has witnessed unspeakable horrors that have left an indelible mark on its very walls. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's no denying that this house holds a certain power. It's a power that draws you in, making you question the boundaries between reality and the supernatural. It's a place where the veil between the living and the dead seems thin, where the past bleeds into the present. Every creak of the floorboards, every whisper of the wind feels like a message from another time. If you're brave enough to step inside, be prepared to confront the unknown. The air inside is thick with history, and the atmosphere is charged with an unsettling energy. You just might find yourself face to face with the spirits that still roam its halls. These spirits, trapped between worlds, seem to reach out, seeking closure or perhaps just acknowledgement. The Villisca axe murder house is more than just a haunted house. It's a living, breathing entity that holds the memories of a tragic past. It's a portal to the unknown, a place where the past refuses to die. Here time stands still, and the echoes of history continue to resonate, inviting those who dare to explore its mysteries.